Hello, Faith family. Welcome to the Daily Connection. I'm David Turner. I'm one of our Connect group leaders, and I'm here today to talk to you about 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 13. Of course, I've got to start reading with verse 12 in order to complete the thought. Beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal among you, which comes upon you for your testing, as though some strange thing were happening to you. But to the degree that you share the sufferings of Christ, keep on rejoicing, so that also at the revelation of his glory, you may rejoice with exultation. Now, the whole topic of these two verses is not something we normally like to discuss. Fiery ordeals, testing, sharing the sufferings of Christ. Those aren't the things that we're normally told about when people start telling us the good news, the gospel of Jesus Christ. But just as Paul told us, he said, I glory in one thing, and that is Jesus Christ and him crucified. And during the period of time that Jesus lived and Paul lived, crucifixion was the most horrible thing that could happen to you. You suffered. You were punished. You died. But Jesus said, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. First, we have to deny ourselves. We have to put ourselves back and focus on Jesus and God's will in our lives. We take on a cross, and that cross can bring a lot of things, but when Jesus said it, the people who heard it knew it brought death. Jesus even said in John chapter 15, starting with verse 18, if the world hates you, you know that it has hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, because of this the world hates you. Remember the word that I say to you, a slave is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours also. So Peter is telling us here, don't be surprised when you have ordeals, when you have trials, when you have sufferings, because you are suffering for the sake of Jesus Christ. He suffered, and we will suffer, because the world hates us just as it hated him. We are not of this world. We are of Christ. Keep on rejoicing, so that also at the revelation of his glory you may rejoice in exultation. Jesus has been glorified in heaven, but he is yet to be glorified on earth. And when he is glorified on earth, we too will share in the glory of God. We will celebrate. We will rejoice. We will be so very happy. So a Christian who is persecuted for righteousness in this life will have overflowing joy in the future because of his reward. Such an awareness of the future joy enables that Christian also to rejoice at this present time. Verse 14 tells us, if you are reviled for the name of Christ, you are blessed, because the Spirit of glory and of God rests on you. If you're punished for something that you do, if you break a law, if you do something that requires punishment, you deserve it. But if you do something for Christ, if you do something in God's will, and for that you are punished, for that you are set out, for that people revile you, then you will be rewarded in the glory to come. There's great promise in God's Word, and that's why we encourage you to open your Word, to study it. Get a good study Bible, and go in and read and learn what God's Word is telling you, that we might serve and honor Him, and that we might live sent.